Welcome to SOS Discussion. Today we're talking about player breakouts, our predictions for this year. Who's going to come out of nowhere? I'm going to start with Mia. Who is your player breakout for this NFL season?
All right, I have to go to Dallas and give it to CeeDee Lamb. I looked at what CeeDee was able to do without starting quarterback Dak Prescott and what he was able to do in the 5 weeks that he did play with Dak Prescott. And you can see the trend of how he has something to really build upon now that Dak is back in the mix. CeeDee finished the season with 74 receptions, 935 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Of those 5 games that he played with Dak, he had 433 yards for 2 touchdowns, just over 5 weeks. And so again, you can see where CeeDee probably would have had one heck of a rookie year had Dak Prescott still been in the mix. And so now that you got Dak back, I think we're at a point where he has something to build upon.
I definitely agree. I think CeeDee has a lot of potential to possibly come back with vengeance this year. He showed a lot of potential. He showed he could really be a number 1 receiver in the future. Personally, he could be the number 1 receiver for Dallas this year if all things go well. Not saying that Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup aren't great receivers, but we will see. For me, my breakout player is another receiver. I think it'll be Jeudy. Jeudy didn't have great quarterback play last year. He was almost just struggling to get the ball because Drew Lock just wasn't a good quarterback. And now they have Teddy Bridgewater. I'm hoping to see more from Jeudy. I think he was the best, in my opinion, coming out of the draft. He was my best receiver. He ran the best routes. That's who I wanted on my team, but we ended up getting CeeDee Lamb, who you just brought up. But I think Jeudy has the potential to have a breakout year with Teddy Bridgewater, who can at least get him the ball. Drew Lock couldn't get him the ball at all. It was just a terrible situation. I feel like with average quarterback play, Jeudy's really going to take off and show everybody why he was such a great quarterback. I said great quarterback, such a great receiver coming out of Alabama. And now he's going to be able to showcase that coming into his next year with the actual quarterback and Teddy Bridgewater. Now, Darren, who do you have as your breakout? I was about to say breakout quarterback. I was about to say breakout receiver because we just had 2 receivers. Who's your breakout player this year in the NFL?
Man, well, you would have had it right if you started off, man. My guy is a quarterback. I'm going with James is in place. I've said it multiple times. The New Orleans Saints is a perfect place for a quarterback. They have a top-level receiver, a top-level running back, a top-level offensive line. And I'm going to call him a breakout guy, not because he hasn't been seen. I apologize that my Wi-Fi messed up. I wish I could have heard what greatness you guys came up with, but I know that I'll go back and watch it, and I'll see the lovely ideas that you guys had. But I think that Jameis has been down and out, counted out. He's looked at his 30 interceptions as if that's what he's been every year in the league, and it's not. He spent the last year just learning. And I think if he comes out with a really good season that I think he's capable of, his talent is for sure capable of, and it's just about his decision-making, I think that should qualify him as a breakout candidate. And I know this typically goes to people who are injured, but I think that Jameis Winston deserves legitimate consideration for comeback player of the year if he can have a really good season this year. Man came back from being looked down upon significantly.
Definitely some good points. I'd be interested to see if Jameis Winston can step into that role. He's definitely had some good coaching this year, a great mentor in Drew Brees. It'll be interesting. Y'all tell us what y'all breakouts candidate of this year is in the NFL season. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see y'all next time. SOS Discussions.